Yo, what's going on, guys? It's your boy Kimbo here, and it's time for an epic Beyblade X, the X theory discussion video, man. So we got to do a theory video for Beyblade X. So recently watched episode 129. I'm a little bit behind and stuff. Kimbo watched the episode already, and it was a bit fucking burped with it. It's fine, I've got Sprite, can of Sprite, but yeah. But Kimbo watched the episodes behind and stuff. He did episode 130, which I'll be on the lookout for that. Once I do all these theory videos, I'll watch it, react to it and all that when it gets up. Besides, it's taking a little longer to get up, so I'll be on the lookout for it and stuff. But with the theory videos and stuff, this is a part 2 to a video that I done previously, and this talk about the KUROSU clan reunion. So it's a reunion part 2 for it. I'm gonna try to keep it summarized and stuff going for it. So if you see the theory videos, you already know, and all that bunch of stuff. Yeah, your boy's back. I'm back, and it takes me a little longer to even do these theory videos and stuff. You know, man. But yeah, man. But with that being said, I'll give you guys 5 seconds to click away if you guys want any spoilers. So 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Boom. You've been warned. But yeah, man. We'll get into it. So brief synopsis of the show: Zero KUROSU with his 9 children creating the True X Tower. Creating the True X Tower with his 9 children. Of course, it's 10 children. Of course, X, because Zero gave X away to Genro. He was orphaned. And 9 deflecting over and stuff from the original True X Tower to the original, joining things with Persona and stuff. And then Zero sending out like his first batch of the kids. So you talk about 8, 3, 4, 5, all of them going and facing against the pros from the X Tower, from the original X Tower, defeating them, and then them learning about the KUROSU clan kids, getting their paybacks and wins over them. And this is honestly where they want the love and attention from Zero, because they lost the love and attention because they lost and stuff with the battles and stuff. So they're at the point now, and it's wild because Zero he uses all of his kids as pawns. And I just hope all the KUROSU clan kids realize what Zero's doing, man. Like, for real, because you already know, man. Like, the kids, they're all being used, man. They're all being used. They're all being used. Like, even X and 9. Like, even X and 9, dude. And got me freaking scared for this. With things. But, yeah. But with that being said, 3, 4, 5, and 8, they start losing big time, losing the trust and love from Zero and stuff. Basically getting cast off to the side, and then basically, they had their final chance to prove their love and intention for Zero with the True X Tower battle. So with the first arc, the whole thing with X and Chrome, that whole build up. You got Zoniac showing up, you got, Zoniac saving Persona because Persona was in trouble, like 3, 4, 5, and 8 got the win against Persona, and then Zoniac showed up. Zoniac take it down 3, 4, 5, and 8. That was basically their last chance to get the love and attention from Zero, but they failed with that, and basically getting cast off to the side with things. And then that leads into the second half of season 3. So with the battle between X and Chrome went back to Pendragon, and then Team Persona visited the Shiraboshi school with Tanka, Mizu, and Lance, and then while that was going on, Zero decides to send out the other second half of the kids. So doing so by 1, because they hyping up 1 to be the strongest KUROSU clan kid, with Bahamut Blitz, So they had him go out, kind of how fucking 8 did, where 8 went and challenged the pros. They did so with 1, had him go out face against the pros of the original X Tower, literally defeating all the pros in the tower, like, talk about a menace, just defeating all the Bladers and stuff, and leading up to things now with the True X Tower. So we still gotta see how things go with the True X Tower, and stuff with this. So they send out one first. We had battles. They send out one as a warning shot because, he faced against 9. And literally after that battle with 9, he's like, 9, you should come back to us. And, that just got me scared, But he also said something as well. It's like, literally like after that was the battle with 9, but then X showed up, he faced off against 1 and X the first time, they drew with that. And then that's where 1 said, like, okay, like, the next time you see me, I'm not fucking around. So now the 1 came out with that one on the 24th. 44, we seen 2 KUROSU. They had Kiwami and stuff. 2 taking down Kiwami, then Multi coming in. Multi defeating 2 with Bullet Griffin. So even even 2's role is done with things with that, But yeah, man, so some of like the top of the KUROSU clan kids even getting, but they're all being used. But yeah, no. And even with the recent episode, you see the debut of 6 with this. So yeah, with things. So and of course with this I'm gonna use them as like a ranking. So I'll do rankings with this as well. Like I'll rank the kids, because they're all dope and they definitely deserve their flowers. So I'll rank them. So starting off with I guess, like, of course 1's 2 is definitely at the top of the list. They even said like 2 is like the strongest female, out of the KUROSU clan kids, besides 1. She stands by 1 as like the strongest. So gotta have 1 and 2 at the top, at least top 3 with things. But still, like, there's kids that are still left in this, which is X and 9, with things. Obviously 3, 4, 5, and 8, they're kind of at the lower tier at the list. Me being real, it's so fucking hard because they're all strong kids, man. They're really all strong kids. But honestly, just going how things were with the show and stuff, they're all so dope, man. They all have so dope designs. But with 8, 8, I could see it being at the bottom because they had 8 go out first. So I would put 8 as number 10. Number 9, number 8 is intertwinable. Probably 3 and 4 KUROSU would take those 2 spots. Like they're twins. They use solar eclipse, solar dimension, with it. And of course, clock and 8. You already fucking know that. But yeah, but those 2 spots intertwinable. With 3 and 4. And then 7th spot would probably be 5 with Mummy Curse, because I liked how they did the whole thing with Mummy Curse. Even 5. Like 5 was like that KUROSU clan kid that wanted love and attention from 0. I kind of think like the most out of like the first batch of the kids, because he made a Roshi cluster, and even with the things with that, like the whole story with that. Even with like a Roshi cluster, because 5 made a Roshi cluster to kind of impress 0, to kind of like love him again, but it went down because the whole shit with like Gigatani and stuff deflecting over and all that, like the boss of Pendragon deflecting over from the original to the True X Tower and all that, because he wanted to because when Chrome left Pendragon, like they were gonna get rid of like Pendragon and stuff, and Shiguru and like C was like they're not having that shit. All right, they're not having that bullshit. So that's when Shiguru did like the thing of like having on the phone, it was a voice recording, and then kind of exposing Gigatani after that, and the Gigatani deflecting over and stuff. And then that's when we see him taking over Roshi cluster, and then and then all that, and then C1, Gigatani, Bahamut Blitz, Gigatani facing up against 5 getting bodied and stuff, got his ass whooped. So even with that, 5 went back down with that. Even with things, but 5 definitely deserves the 7 spot. With things and stuff. And the whole like underworld thing with that, you know, the whole thing with Bayan Gigatani, you know, the whole underworld with it, which is wild because underworld like rising up, you know, with it evolving to like future pros things with this. So, you know, it's wild. Like, we still gotta see Zero and Bite interact. I feel like it'll be a matter of time before we see that happen. It'll be wild if we get to see that shit, dude. Like, Zero and Bite gotta interact, man. I feel like something like, I feel like they're planning something. You know, we haven't even seen Bite since like the first half of the season. Like, come on, man. Like they're definitely planning something that we don't know yet. But yeah, but 5 gotta be number 7. Number 6 and 5, it's tough because I haven't looked at episode 130, and the debut for that is 7 KUROSU. So, you know, I don't know. Maybe, nah. With the recent episode I watched, episode 29, the debut for 6 KUROSU. So it's 6 KUROSU. And it's wild too because they had Bird step up with this. And yeah, like don't be sleeping on Bird, man. I'm telling you guys, don't be sleeping on this man Bird, man. Like come on, man. Like his character development in this season, like his character development, man. Like it shows, man. Even with his status, even throughout the season, man. But this man got a draw over 6, you know. So the rest of the floors and challenges, you know. So Bird got a draw over 6 KUROSU. And that managed to where the point Bird broke his spirit with that, because you know, like Bird, like with all the battles they've done, you know, and I like the backstory because with 6, yeah, this is all over the place, but yeah, but with the backstory with 6, I like, you know, because like when he was a kid, you know, he was like the weakest one, you know, kind of standing by with 9, but you know. But when 6 met 0, like he's like, oh, like I can make that happen. Like we can work on the launching thing, you know. Like he was training for this moment, even with this battle. So he practiced his launching technique, and he got by some of the kids, KUROSU clan kids, even some bladers with things. So he's even at the middle of the list, even with that, but even like he broke his spirit with things, and that like was wild. Like Bird caught on to his launch. Like they had so many rounds to where the point he caught on to his launch, and you know, even the look on 6's face, man, that was wild too. You know, he fumbled his bay and everything, and you know, like 6 was shook. Like he was shook about that shit. Like I think he wasn't expecting Bird to caught on to his launch, but that managed to where the point he broke his spirit with things, and he managed to forfeit. And then Zero's like, all right, well, 6 spirits broken. Well, I guess Bird passed with that. So even with things, like Bird is still in it because he drew with this battle. So Bird is still in with things. But you know, don't count on Bird, man. You know, like his character development, he's been drawing with every single battle in the season, man, and building up to a big time moment. And you already fucking know, like you know, hell's nether, you know. But yeah, but I would probably give 6. You know, he went down with this, but he kind of went back up in rankings because, like, he wasn't weak, but he trained. You know, he shot back up there. But I'll give 6 the 6th spot, the 6th spot. 5 and 4, this is tough, because we still gotta see how 7 does in this episode. I believe she's facing against 9. You know, I think this is where, like, Zero did say, like, oh, here on out, there'll be 3-on-3 battles. So, you know, I think they're facing against 9. So we gotta see how things go with 7 and 9. You know, but either order, they take that spot. So the 5th and 4th spot, you can see it either being 7 or 9. You know, and obviously top 3 coming down to the top 3 with this. One's at the top. X, I would probably say, is number 2 because we still gotta see that battle between X and 1. Like, come on, that battle gotta happen. You know, you already know, man. That battle has to happen. Like, if you want to say that the 2 are strongest, yeah, they gotta battle to see who's the strongest. Number 3 is probably 2. I would probably say number 2 being the 3. So, you know, with it. But there's my list on the KUROSU clan kids. You know, like I said, it's just so hard, you know, because they're all so fucking dope. And, you know, we still gotta see how things go with 7 and how the rest of these 2X tower battles are gonna happen. I'm good. Yeah, I'm good. Yeah, nice seeing you. Yeah. Yeah. But, yeah. You know, it's just hard trying to talk it out, you know, trying to talk about the show, you know, trying to talk about the show. But yeah, yeah, with things. But, you know, but that's how I rank them. But yeah, but like I said, the rest of the kids, like, X and 9 is still a part of this, man, and it makes me nervous, man. It makes me nervous, man. I just don't, and what's so funny, because, like, you know, just learning that, like, you know, it happens with every single end of the season, so, you know, the antagonist usually gets the base of, like, the homage. So, you don't know what I'm talking about. This usually happens towards the end of the season where we see this. So with Chrome, you know, Pendragon, you know, like Vice Tiger, Black Shell, Cobalt Drake, Cobalt Dragoon, you know. There were homage bays of the Bakuten shoot, Plastic Jet, you know, references to bays in the Plastic series. You know. And then you got season 2 with Zoniac, Pegasus Blast, Arrow Pegasus, Perseus Dart, Cerberus Flame, you know. Paying homage to Metal Fight, you know, Metal Fight homage. And then with season 3, you got the Burst homage. You got base like Glory Valkyrie, you know, Glory Valkyrie being a Victory Valkyrie, Valkyrie homage, even Valkyrie Vault. What else? You got Ragna, there's Ragna. And oh man, oh no. No, not 9, bro. Got me fucking nervous, dude. 9. I don't want to see her turn, bro. I don't want to see her. 9 with Ragna, bro. No. No, man. How bad I don't want to see it. I don't, man. 9 might turn with this. Just even just looking at the pattern, man. Like, damn, dude. Like, she got Ragna. So, I don't know. She might turn with this. There's a new bay with Superion. I haven't talked about it. But it's a Spriggan homage. It's a Spriggan homage, man. You know, which literally reminds me of Spriggan Requiem. So I wouldn't be too surprised if one of these KUROSU clan kids owns, like, owns that bay. I don't know if it's going to be Zero, man. I don't know. Because it's weird. We still haven't seen Valkyrie Vault in the show. Still haven't seen it in the show. We've seen like silhouettes of it, and it's wild too because like even just how this is gonna end, man. Like Zero has to have a bay, man. Either he entrusted one with Valkyrie Vault or something. Dude, that's fucking crazy, dude. Like, oh my god, dude. Like, how this is gonna end is gonna be crazy, man. But like I said, all the kids are being used as pawns. And, you know, X and 9, they're all being used. Like, they're not safe. Every kid in this is not safe, you know. And this is why I said before, with 3, 4, 5, and 8, they got discarded and stuff. I see the same way with 1, 2, 6, 7. Yeah, see it the same way. And it's kind of being with that with 2, even with things. You know, with things. But yeah, but I just hope these kids realize what Zero's doing, like, maybe like working together, like deflecting kind of what 9 did, like saying fuck this future, like we want a future that's created in our own hands, it's not you know, in Zero's hands, you know. So deflecting over, helping out with things with Persona, the original X Tower, you know, helping to defeat Zero, you know, because this is gonna be friggin' insane, dude. Like, holy shit, man. Like, it's gonna be insane, especially if like, because you already know X. You know, X was orphaned. He was orphaned and stuff. You know, raised by a Genro. If you know, you know. And they literally say he's not even human. And like, you know, like his powers, like we've seen it. We've seen it already. Like when X faced against Vizu, he got pissed. Even with the battle between Chrome, he got pissed. And even more, like he's taking off his mask more, and that's one of the theories. Like when he takes off the mask, he's gonna go fucking crazy, dude. And yeah, man. It just fucks me up, man. And like, it's either gonna be X or 9. Yeah, I don't want it to go down this path, man. I don't, like, for real. But how it's looking, like, it got me nervous, because just looking at the pattern of like the homage base, because usually the antagonists of the season, usually the strongest team of the seasons usually have, like, you know, the homage. So the KUROSU clan kids. And then you look at Ragna, it's like, fucks me up, because 9, dude. I don't want to see 9, bro. Making me fucking scared, no. Yeah, making me scared. I just don't want to see 9 go down. I don't want to see none of these kids go down the path, man. It's just wild, man. Yeah, man, but, you know, just hope these kids realize what Zero's doing. It's going to be crazy. The True X Tower battle. It's going to be wild, man. How this shit's going to end, I don't know, man. I'll make a video talking about, like, how this stuff is going to end and stuff. You know, make a theory. Yeah, but, you know, just gathering thoughts and stuff. You know, I love these kids, man. I just hope they have a redemption, just realizing what the hell Zero's doing, because, yeah. I just hope they realize, man. Gotta go with 9. You know, especially for like 3 from 5 and 8. I can definitely see them deflecting over and stuff. Especially them. Zero's literally locking them in rooms, literally not doing shit. And it just breaks my heart, man. Like, no kid should go through this, man. That's why I said I have sympathy for every single character. I love these fucking kids. And they don't need to be treated like this, because Zero's just a freaking son of a jackass. Just don't give a fuck about your kids, man. Like, come on. Everyone wants love and parents from their parents. You know, these kids don't deserve to be like this, man. Like, literally being used for Zero's ultimate future. Yeah, it fucks me up, man. But I hope these kids get a redemption, and yeah, man. You know, but how this is gonna go, man, I'm scared for 9. I'm scared for 9. I don't hope they kept. I don't hope it, man. I don't hope she. No, bro. 9, please. Please don't fucking do this to me, dude. Do not do it, bro. Do not, man. I don't want her to go over. But yeah. Just seeing the pattern, man. Because Ragna's a burst homage bag. And 9 has it. Man. Damn. But yeah. But I'm out of stuff to talk about with this. Y'all let me know and stuff what y'all thought about this. This is gonna be crazy. How this is gonna end. Like I said, I'm gonna make I'm gonna save it for another video. This was just talking about the KUROSU clan kids and, you know, about their redemption, because they're all sweet kids. They all have dope designs, dope bays and stuff, and, you know, they definitely deserve to be treated, you know. You know, I don't want them to go down like this, and I hope they realize what Zero's doing, man. You know, and I hope they all work together and stop Zero. They'll be so wild, man. And I know, like, we don't have a lot of time, because, like, you know, of course they're doing episodes like every other Friday and stuff, but we don't have a lot of time. Like, this can easily go into season 4. It really is. Like, some stuff might not get resolved with this season, you know, but, you know, definitely think that this story can definitely continue in with season 4, for real, you know. But yeah, but you know, we might not, because I love happy endings. I love happy endings, and yeah, I just hope they all just come together and just work together and stop Zero, man. It would be so cool, man. But yeah, but with the time that we have left, it might not happen. But like I said, a lot of this can go into season 4, man. You know, might be some stuff that's unresolved with this, but, you know. But I hope these kids, man, they work together and just be reunited again, man. Be so dope, man. But yeah, man. But anyways, guys, I'm gonna go and end this off. I'm gonna do another video talking about the end of this. So stay tuned. But yeah, man. Just took a little bit to gather thoughts and stuff, and yeah, man, you know it takes a lot to do these theory videos. So I hope you enjoyed, and yeah, definitely let me know in the comments which are your favorite KUROSU clan kids in the comments. I know it's pretty hard to answer that, but you know they're all so fucking dope, dude. They're all dope. But yeah, man. But anyways, guys, but that's gonna do it. Hope you all enjoyed. If you did, make sure to smash comment down below. Let me know how I did. If you're new to the channel, make sure to subscribe for some epic content, because I will make sure ring that bell and crap stay notified whenever I upload a video, you guys. But anyways, this is your boy Kimbo signing out. See you all. Thanks so much for watching. Till next time, stay awesome and go shoot. Let it rip. I'm up out of here.